There is some good news tonight in the fight against COVID. New infections and hospitalizations are down. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, the average rate of daily new cases has dropped below 100,000. Also, the FDA is scheduled to meet this week to discuss boosters for people who received the Johnson & Johnson and Moderna vaccines. And as we have been reporting, states with vaccine mandates have seen an uptick in vaccination rates. But there is still vaccine resistance across the country, including in rural Missouri, where at Scotland County Hospital, only 60% of workers are vaccinated. Elle Reeve went to that hospital and spoke to an employee who's willing to lose her job instead of getting the shot.
I do believe COVID's terrible. I believe it's dangerous. I watch people every day, and I watch the fear in people's eyes every day, and that's the saddest, most terrifying part, is to see our society become so fearful. But I do not think the government has the right to step in and mandate and tell us what we have to do.
How do you think that's going to affect you if there is a vaccine mandate at this hospital?
I think that I will then seek further employment. And I hate to do that because I love my patients. I love the people I work with. But at the same time, I'm not going to personally go against something that I feel very, very deeply in my soul that would hurt me.
Only about 60% of staff are vaccinated at Scotland County Hospital in rural northeast Missouri. The hospital's CEO doesn't think a mandate will make unvaccinated staff get the shot. He thinks it will make them quit.
Our reality is we need staff to work. And in return for you working, we're not going to ask you to get a vaccine mandate. There were people in the hospital that freely shared that if a vaccine mandate happened on our account or on anyone else's, they would not work here. That's just something they weren't going to put in their body. And we thought, well, why not take advantage of people's perceptions and people's fears? Because everyone wears an N95 mask when they're giving patient care anyway. A lot of people were pleased that we honored their right to choose what they want to do with their body. And I think that may have helped retain some staff that may have been tempted to jump to other places because of salary or what they perceive as different working conditions.
Tobler's strategy reflects the reality of where he lives. Only 22% of people in the area are vaccinated.
For someone who is on the fence or has previously been rejecting vaccines for whatever reason, the closer that they see someone, that they either know or love that suffers a grave illness or tragically dies, that often is the switch that flips their mind.
And how do you square that with healthcare workers, though, who saw so many people sick and then still don't want the vaccine?
I can't, other than it doesn't make common sense to me. I can't explain it. It's inexplicable.
The Supreme Court upheld a vaccine mandate for smallpox in 1905. Still, a small portion of hospital workers around the country have protested vaccine mandates. But the opposition matters a lot more here, because Scotland County Hospital struggles to have enough staff, and 10 of its 57 nurses left during the pandemic. It even mailed pamphlets advertising it had no mandate to nurses across Missouri, hoping to entice them to come. But 2 days later, President Biden announced a federal mandate that would affect workers at all hospitals that accept Medicare or Medicaid.
If you're seeking care at a health facility, you should be able to know that the people treating you are vaccinated.
I criticized President Biden's mandate. I thought it was a mistake because I think it's going to backfire.
I think it's going to hurt our people and our health care, because if you lose your health care workers, then who's going to take care of the people that do have this disease? It's a ridiculous mandate. And personally, it's my own choice.
Shane Wilson saw his own dad hospitalized with COVID here late last year. He's also Sheila's doctor.
Do you talk about it with staff members who don't want the vaccine, or do you just try to avoid the
Sure,
topic?
no, I talk with them. A lot of the people that I've talked with around here that aren't vaccinated are concerned about mostly the unknown of what if this vaccine causes an issue with whatever in the future, and they're just skeptical. It's incredibly frustrating to try to get the education and understanding across that you're not just protecting yourself. We're doing this to try to keep our neighbors healthy. We're doing this to try to keep others from losing people. And that's what I try to do, is to try to sit down with staff members and patients alike and explain why it is that I would prefer that they get vaccinated, what our goal is, what the end goal is here, and it's not an individual thing.
Dr. Wilson also tried to convince his high school best friend, Kurt Triplett, who co-owns Triplett Farms with his brothers.
for me personally, I have no problem with the vaccine, but what has turned rural America or conservatives against it is basically turn it into a political football.
Are you vaccinated?
I am not.
You're not. How come?
We live very secluded where we're at. I don't feel like the risk either to me or to someone else is high enough to justify taking it.
I'm sorry if this is a dumb question, but you can yell at me if you think it is.
No.
But, like, don't you vaccinate your animals?
To some extent, herd immunity does happen, and maybe the vaccine would speed that up. Other times, it isn't that big a deal.
But, like, what about a farm dog?
We do take our dogs in for rabies and
parvo
and things like that.
Yeah,
yes.
parvo.
Yes, we don't want them to be sickly, so yes, we do.
Well, just explain it to me like I'm an idiot. Why do you see those things as different?
Really, I'm not going to say that I'm not getting the vaccine because I don't believe it wouldn't do the job, that it wouldn't work. I don't know what all the risks are out there for the vaccine. I mean, they're well documented. We don't have to go over all the risks. And I just feel like my risk of being exposed to COVID and what it do to me is not greater than the risks that the vaccine has, is what it really comes down to. If you wanted to get opinions, there's no telling what, you'll get opinions both ways. You would just step into Lacey's Diner out there at a certain time and you would get exposed to lots of opinions and ideas about everything you've asked me, and some might agree with me and some would definitely disagree with me, and that'd just be the way it is.
Are you guys all vaccinated?
Nope.
No?
No.
How come?
I don't believe in it.
Did you get the COVID vaccine?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right off the bat, as soon as I could.
Yeah.
Everybody should get it.
Well, he doesn't think so.
I feel more secure after getting the shot, and I won't get it.
Do you not find that argument convincing?
Do I not find? No.
You don't? Well, just can you explain?
Huh?
Why don't you find that argument convincing?
My daughter, she don't believe in it either. She worked all through last year with COVID patients up there. She's a nurse.
Okay, but she didn't get the vaccine.
Nope.
And what'd she tell you was her reason?
To not get it?
Yeah.
She don't believe in it either.
But can you just say why?
I don't think it's been proven yet.
Okay.
It's never been fully approved.
It is FDA approved.
For emergency use.
No, there was an emergency use authorization, but now it is FDA approved.
Is it?
Yes, the Pfizer shot. How would you feel if there had to be a mandate that you had to get it?
I think that'd violate my constitutional right. And where Shelby works, my daughter, she'll just quit.
Really? You think she'll quit?
Mm-hmm. So will about 3 or 4 others.
Nurses?
Mm-hmm. So if they mandate it, we're going to be short a lot of nurses.
I think a lot of people here just feel like it's not a necessity, that they have the system that can fight that, and if their system can't fight that, the likelihood is they were going to probably pass from something else anyway.
So you're confident your body is strong enough to repel COVID?
My mind is. Now whether or not my body is a whole other situation. I wouldn't know until I had that, but I have made it this far in life.